This is the Old Musician's Blog, number 76. Oh yeah, a friend of ours was talking about how they had been, doing a mental manifestation for work, and they were getting plenty of work, but they weren't getting paid for the work, and he realized that he had to change what it was he was asking for, which was to be able to work and get paid for it, so work that was paid. And since he started thinking about it in that way, his situation changed, and he started to get work that he was actually getting paid for. And it got me to thinking, about these records that I'm keeping and their purposes, and which has always been a little bit ill-defined. I think in the olden days, when I had nothing, I might have wanted to become rich and famous like everybody else in, this country anyway. And that I was doing, artistic projects of the kind that could end up being creative. What I really wanted, though, was not to be rich and famous. It's to have time and space to do the various creative things that I like doing. Amongst them are reading, dreaming, writing, doing painting, artwork of some kind, I don't know. Music, definitely music is one of the top ones in my life. And that was really what I was wanting, and the only way I could see myself to getting that kind of time would be to become, famous and then rich because of it. And, and we were thinking about, well, what is it that, I or we really want, And what I realize is that I have no clear idea of what I'm asking for in this social media. I'm making these records because that's kind of what I've been doing all these years, is making records of different aspects of life, and perhaps with a thought to creating some kind of novels or something like that, as I used to think of it in those terms. Now I think of it more as uploading to the network to help create a meta-personality that can exist above and beyond the physical limitations of biology, as the transhumanist movement might put it, something like that. Anyway, the point of it is that it's a kind of artistic experiment, if you like. And maybe I look at it as an experiment so that, I don't have to commit myself fully to anything, because as an experiment, success or failure all adds to the data. Nevertheless, or all as well, I think that one of the reasons that it was not easy to define what it is that I've been asking for, for instance, here I am, posting to YouTube, and then I take that YouTube link and I post over on Steemit, and occasionally I'll take that link and post maybe to Twitter or someplace like that. Stay away from Facebook because I know too many people, and I don't want to talk directly to people that I know. I'd rather talk directly to people that I don't know at the moment. That way I don't have to deal with the thoughts and feelings of others so much, of people that already see you in a certain way, see us in a certain way. We tend to see others in a certain way, and to some extent it limits, it puts limits of our own psychic boundaries around the people that we know and care about, and so we all kind of hold ourselves in a static conduit, and instead of opening that fence line so that the buffalo can roam free and see what they might create as the out of their dancing when they're dancing on their hind legs, which is an unusual sight. And I realized, well, actually, Lucy mentioned that, and I thought, yeah, that's really is the reason. That the reason that that my goals are ill-defined. Like, what is it that I want? Do I want 10,000 followers? Do I want financial success? Well, I don't really need any of those things. Though I understand that with a following, a successful following in the worldly sense, also comes the sharing of the data that one is projecting toward the network and solidifying its content in the body of the network, because others are sharing and interacting with it. And there we come back around to this idea of the quality content. Why resist making quality content of the kind that people want to interact with? And one is, it's damn hard work to do it like that, to make it so that you stay on the subject, and you have support materials and links and all of this kind of thing. And the other is that there's a consequence to success, and the consequences of having are much preferable, this I know, to the consequences of not having. While still, life is very good at the moment, and it would be nice if it stayed like that for a while. And major changes that come with any kind of worldly shift can have unintended consequences. As so many of the new technologies are finding out, is that often things appear that were unexpected and unintended, and those consequences can shift the pleasurable aspect of this perfect moment, here and now.